Good afternoon and welcome inside another edition of That's What I Think with Brandon Swanson. I'm your fearless host, Brandon Swanson, and this week I'm diving into a little bit of NBA. Yes, NBA for the first time here on this show. Some of my colleagues here on MVP may say, oh no, but that's okay. They'll love it anyways. Talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and how them being kind of not good this year is wonderful. Wonderful for the NBA. It's good to talk about other teams other than Cleveland. And yeah. I know the problem still is kind of the same thing with the Warriors, but you know, it'd be nice if maybe Cleveland and Golden State could be at the bottom of their respective divisions. How nice would that be? You're the last in the East, Cleveland. The Warriors, you're last in the West. Wow, that'd be something. It'd be like the second coming of Christ happened. I'm sure that won't be for a while, but hey, you always have to be waiting and ready. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they currently find themselves sitting third. Yes, third in the East. I know that doesn't sound bad, but to be third in the East, you could also be 5 games under 500, and you could find yourself third in the East. They're 30-22 behind Toronto and Boston. They have lost their last 2 games, 4-6 in their last 10, and they're 11-15 on the road. 19-7 at home, pretty successful at home, but they cannot play on the road. They also can't play on primetime. 0-8 this season on primetime, and 0-6 against the top 6 teams in the NBA since their win to open up the season with Boston. This team has really struggled this season. They've struggled in a number of different ways. The 120-88 loss this past Saturday to the Rockets was just one of the latest reasons why Cleveland has shown they're bad. They've been terrible defensively, one of the bottom-feeding teams defensively. It has not been good, and their offense just hasn't been enough to make up for it. Ty Lue's job, still safe for now, and why shouldn't it be? I mean, this was the guy who came in the 15-16 season in the middle of the year and helped coach this team to the finals, which they ultimately won, thanks to LeBron James. But Ty Lue did come in and kind of help get this team back on track, so to get rid of him now almost looks like, you're kind of almost doing a disservice to the guy who really came in and did some good things for you. And I understand sometimes you have to cut the cord, but is it really getting rid of him? Or is it just bringing in some new guys, some fresh blood, some guys younger than 40? Let's remember also what Lue said on Saturday at halftime in his interview to Lisa Salters. Quote, "This team is soft, weak, no physicality, no toughness, no grit," end quote. He might as well have said, this team sucks ass. Means the same thing, but he was professional. These are comments that I feel like Lue's wanting to say after each and every game this year for Cleveland. Obviously they've won 30 games. They're 8 games above 500 overall, but so many big games they've lost. So many big games they've kind of demolished. 120-88 is just, the most recent game that they just got blown out of the arena. But Cleveland, they find themselves in unfamiliar territory. This has not been what they've been dealing with the last couple of years. Different team, couple of different position players, but one person remains the same, and that's LeBron James. And thank goodness for that. Without him, this team would be competing for the Bulls towards the bottom. LeBron's being rumored and linked to the Warriors. However, he says that if it's not coming from his mouth, it's not true. LeBron, for Cleveland fans, it's really nice that you say that, but also Cleveland fans know that's a lie. Oh, come on. It has to come from your mouth or it's not true. That's nice, but wrong. It's just false. Also, he's been linked to the Lakers even before the season started. LeBron James is not going to be a Cleveland Cavalier next season. Let's all accept that fact. He's not. This kind of has the same feeling that it did with Miami in the 13-14 season. That window of opportunity to win championships, get to the finals, it's closing. It's getting smaller, and for Cleveland, it's about to close. LeBron's not getting any worse. He's actually been one of the most consistent, constant, positive factors on this team. His stats actually are pretty much the same as they have been in seasons past. Some stats even better than previous seasons. The part that has deteriorated is the cast around LeBron. And that's really important. LeBron James, he's the best player in the league. We know that. He's one of the best players of all time and arguably the best player of all time. But what's his cast? Who's his cast? What are they doing for him? What have they done for him lately? And just to go through some of them, you've got Kevin Love, the oft-injured Kevin Love, the team punching bag. Yeah, Kevin, did you really break your hand? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see that medical report. Shake my hand, Kevin. Can you do that? I mean, my gosh, the guy can't blow his nose without someone going, really, Kevin? Really? What kind of Kleenex did you use? Did you use the soft top? I mean, seriously, the guy is... He's produced a little bit for this team. I mean, he's averaging over 17 points per game, but for some reason, they just do not like Kevin Love. Time to move on, I think. Well, you've got Isaiah Thomas, who's been injured for most of the season. When he's been in there, he's, over 14 points per game, but he's only played in 14 games. He has not really been a huge difference maker for this team because he really can't be from the bench. Then you've got Dwayne Wade. How old is he again? Yeah, this isn't the Miami Dwayne Wade. This is he's coming to Chicago. How old is he? How old is that guy? That's the Dwayne Wade you have. And then you've got, who's that guy? Oh yeah, Derrick Rose. No, this is the guy who doesn't even know if he wants to play basketball anymore. This is the guy who just kind of hush-hush, goes away, gets married, comes back. Hey guys, just got married. You what? What? I mean, this is who he has to work with. Then you look at some of the other guys. J.R. Smith, 48 starts this season, averaging 30 minutes per game, getting you 8 points. So J.R. Smith is being used incorrectly. 30 minutes, 8 points. That sucks. Then you look at Jay Crowder, 46 starts this season, 25 minutes per game on average, getting you 8.5 points. Not good. And then finally, you look at Tristan Thompson, who they're trying to trade. I know, I get it. 11 starts, 20 minutes per game, getting you 5.8 points per game. I can see why you want to trade him. But that's what LeBron James is working with. He doesn't have a strong, solid, consistent cast behind him. That's why this window of opportunity is closing for Cleveland. That's why Cleveland is not as good as they have been. But I'll be honest with you. I think it's terrific. It's about time that team starts to kind of go away and other teams start to come on. Boston, they've certainly come onto the scene. You've got Houston over in the West, certainly coming onto the scene. Toronto in the East. It's nice to see other teams being talked about. Now, ESPN will follow LeBron James around like one of the tabloid magazines will follow around Selena Gomez. It's not good, and they shouldn't do it, but they do. The more this team loses and the more ruckus they have in the locker room, the more ESPN will talk about them. So, really, Cleveland, good, bad, indifferent, will always be talked about. But this is good for the NBA. Them not being good is perfect for the NBA. I could not see another Warriors-Cleveland finals. I mean, yawn. How boring. We all know what's going to happen. We all know who's going to win. Stupid. Dumb. Who wants to watch that again? I know. There's some of you out there that want to. That's sick. I don't know why. 6 guys in double figures. Love's always hurt. You haven't had Thomas all season long for the most part. Couple of games here and there. Wade just isn't going to show up what he's done in the past. It's not the Miami Dwayne Wade. Derrick Rose doesn't know if he wants to play ball anymore. This team, it's not what it has been, and it's not going to be what it has been. It's time for the Cleveland Cavaliers to do a shakeup, and they know it's coming because deep down Cleveland knows that LeBron James is gone after this season. Come on. LeBron James was thinking about leaving last year when Cleveland had won, what, 60-some games? 48 games is what they're projected for this season? Why would you want to stay around? You don't. You want to go to the Warriors, who you're not going to because you haven't said it out of your own mouth yet, but I'll be waiting to hear it. Or you want to go to the Lakers. Why not? You've got a young group. I'd love to go there. This Cleveland team is going down. And that's what I think this week, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And now, who was a guy also that was linked to the Warriors? Kevin Durant. And he still plays for Oklahoma City, correct? No, he doesn't. He plays for the Golden State Warriors. And who's now been linked to the Warriors? LeBron James. So, I mean, if history repeats itself, which we know it does, Golden State will be good for a long time. And Cleveland will suck again. And all they'll be worried about is, can the Browns get a win? Yeah, that's where you're headed, Cleveland. But the NBA is better because of it. Again, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back again next week, Wednesday, same time, same place, 2 Central, 3 Eastern, and 12 Pacific. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. So long.